everyone, today we're going to learn how to fill a raised bed. We have two 2x8 galvanized beds here that a friend of mine who just retired wants to fill with a lot of veggies. And so the first thing she did, she already has this prepped because she's like that, she's very smart. She has the little cardboard on the bottom to stop the weeds, and now we're going to start filling it first with some soil that's not the greatest, but you want to fill the first third with some soil or branches or leaves, because that's going to decompose and you don't need to fill and spend all that money filling the whole bed. And afterwards I'm going to show you little by little how we're filling this up. Today we're going to fill this bed with compost that a local company that closed had to get rid of. We accepted a whole truckload in our yard, so we've been using that as the first third of our garden beds, right after putting cardboard down to stop the weeds. You can add any organic matter to fill that first layer, like leaves, branches, mulch, because you don't want to spend a lot of money filling the entire bed with expensive soil. Today, my hubby came to help me fill these beds at our friend's house because, like me, he loves her, wanted to do this for her to have a veggie garden for her retirement. Now we're going to add the good soil and the amendments and all the good stuff. So now we're going to layer in some topsoil, followed by a good organic raised bed mix that we make sure has the Omri logo on it. That means it's good organic material. We also add some great mix we bought at our local organic nursery, Tree Amigos in Davie. I recommend you get to know your local organic growers because they have the right soil, amendments, and plants for your area. I started a few plants from seed and propagated some, but for this project, I gifted my friend the best starts from Tree Amigos. She selected what she wanted online, and then I picked them up before heading over to her house. Once the good soil mix was in the beds, we went around arranging the plants in a way that would allow us to trellis what we'll need to climb later, and also leave plants enough room to grow. You can ask your local grower how much space each plant needs. You can bury them with this. I like to take it out. I have to say this was the biggest treat for me as I got to do this with my friend who was my mentor for over 2 decades. She was my first boss, gave me my first job when I was a kid, and then years later ended up being my boss when I moved to a new company. She gave me so much throughout the years. It was really a treat to gift her the veggie patch she had been wanting since she took my gardening and healthy cooking class earlier this year. All right, so the plants are in. We went a little overboard and got too many plants, so we ended up making a little herb one and a Cecil spinach one. That one we grew from cuttings. So we spaced them all out, and now we have to put some mulch, or you can use hay as well, to cover the soil. That way it protects it from the sun. It doesn't dry out. It also goes decomposing, feeding the plants, and retains moisture. So you want to put that top layer. That's what we're going to do next. You want to put the mulch on the soil, but leave a little space around the stem of the plant. You have to be very careful not to trample the plant you just put in the ground. You also want to make sure the mulch or cover you are using is organic as well. That will decompose and feed your plants, so make sure it's good stuff. Lastly, I dilute some fish fertilizer. You can use any organic fertilizer to add some extra nutrition to the bed. When adding amendments, you want to make sure not to add them to the plant or the stem because you can burn them. Plants drink water and take nutrients from their roots, so water and fertilize around the plant. As your plants grow, you want to add some extra nutrients about once a month. And there you have it. We have the garden installed already. The mulch, I was reminded, also helps you to keep the weeds out. And if you get weeds, sorry, I'm all a bunch of dirt, but that's what's fun about this channel. It helps keep the weeds out as well. So you have a whole garden. You might need to start trellising things a little later. We'll have some videos on trellising. And there comes a homeowner ready to water her new, there she is, she's getting herself ready to water her new veggie garden. So that's how it's very easy to put together a veggie garden in your yard. You gotta find some sun and water it daily. If you can do some rain catchment, that'd be great. If not, just water daily, preferably in the morning or at night, and water the soil. Do not water the leaves so you don't get some mildew, some mold, and some fungus. And that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see some more, subscribe to the channel so we can continue to produce videos about growing your own food and preparing it to eat healthy. Happy gardening.